Splitgate has changed a ton in the last 6 to 7 months. Now, if you missed my video from last year, Splitgate is a free-to-play arena FPS title. You can find it on Steam. It's going to be coming to console here pretty soon, and it is a lot of fun. I decided to hop back in to check out some of the changes and see how things were going. I was very impressed and want to share that with you guys. So first of all, Splitgate, I loved the game last year, and it was a combination of a lot of different titles into one. You've got roots baked in Quake and Unreal Tournament, and then Halo sandbox style gameplay, map design that emanates some of that old school UT and Halo design elements. Plus you have a portal gun, just like Valve's Portal series. So on certain places on the map, you can put down a portal, put down another one, go through it, and the movement opportunities here are absolutely insane. It all creates a pretty cohesive, fun, fast-paced arena shooter with a sandbox that just screams buttery smooth. Now, I mentioned a lot of things had changed in the last 6 months. Let's talk about those. First of all, the game should look a little bit nicer. It had a visual overhaul, and alongside that came plenty of performance optimizations. I can definitely say I felt it on the PC. It felt fantastic to play through it, and I'm hoping that the console release will also feel buttery smooth. A lot of the complaints from content creators last year revolved around getting into matches. It was usually just a server browser option, which is still there. However, you can matchmake into both unranked and ranked matches, and it worked fairly well for me. You know, the game isn't topping any charts in terms of its like size or scope. However, I was able to get into the matches pretty quickly. One of my favorite elements too is when you're waiting for a match, it throws all the players into a free-for-all, so you can just warm up, practice together. I think all FPS games with a multiplayer component should think about that. Players don't need to sit in a lobby and look at menus, man. Let us play the game while we're waiting to find others. In addition to those improvements to ranking and matchmaking, which are very much appreciated, it becomes a very grindable, loopable game at that point. There are new unlocks everywhere. They implemented into the game, I think they're called Saw Packs, as well as the Arena Pass. The Arena Pass is a Battle Pass style unlock system with challenges, and oh my goodness, a ton of unlocks. You've got weapon skins, character skins, emotes, and there's some new weapons in the sandbox as well. You've got a club, a melee weapon that doesn't have the same area of effect that like a gravity hammer would, and it all comes together and feels like so much fun. Like at its core, when you're playing this game, I get a smile on my face because the founders of 1047 Games, the guys who actually started creating this while they were in college, I think there was a deep passion and love from those guys for those old school arena shooters because you can just feel it in the gameplay. It brings back some of those nostalgic vibes in the right kind of way. So much so that I actually question the portal mechanic. So that is one of the biggest, most identifying features of Splitgate, is the fact that you can set portals on the map and traverse through them just like you would in Valve's Portal. While this is a very cool mechanic, and I'm nowhere near good enough with the game to utilize it very effectively, the actual sandbox mechanics of the gunplay itself are so good that I don't even know if the portal mechanic is necessary. I know it's a really cool feature and a really cool part of it, but it adds so much more to what you're having to think about during combat that I don't know how many new players can manage it. And always with arena shooters, some of the hardest parts for these things to get popularity or traction with is the skill ceiling. And that skill ceiling is this fine balance between, yeah, it adds a whole new layer of depth to the game, but is it too much to keep players who are new from interacting with the title? And I'm just posing that question. I don't think so. I don't think they should take it away. I think it's fine. However, the game plays so well that I honestly could see myself playing this game with no portal element and just enjoying it the same, if not more. Does that kind of make sense? I'm a big fan of arena FPS games. If you guys have been sub on the channel for a while, you know that. However, it seems like there's a recurring problem in the modern decade or like the last 10 years of arena FPS titles. If the skill ceiling is too high or the gap is just too much, new players abandon the game left, right, and center. I don't think that's the case with Splitgate. However, I do wonder if that portal mechanic, when the game comes to console, how is it going to be received by maybe some newer players? Yo, this is Dragoon from the future. While editing this video, maybe I think I meant to say skill floor. Like if the skill floor is too high, people abandon the game. Too tall of a skill ceiling, right? You've got a large range of skill to improve upon and just get your gameplay even better so you can express yourself all uniquely within the sandbox. But like if the skill floor is too high, it creates too much of a barrier of entry. Maybe that is what is the roadblock for a lot of new players with arena FPS games. So anyway, back to the video. I always want to see arena FPS coming back into the spotlight and becoming popular once again like it was in the early 90s. But At the same time, too, I don't want to see the developers sacrifice a key identifying feature for their title. So that's a side tangent, I know. But like I said, this game strikes a really nice balance between Halo elements and old school arena FPS titles. Now let's touch on that upcoming console release for 2020. We know that the game is going to be receiving a console release sometime soon. It was hinted at Q1 2020, but it looks like now, since we're past Q1, we're into April, hopefully it's in the next couple of months. And we don't know which console they have chosen for their console release. I definitely will check out the game on console when it comes out, and I think that could be a really big boom for the game. 1047 Studios is an indie team, and I think they've done a fantastic job with what they've had to work with so far. In many ways, if you're in the Halo Infinite waiting room, like I know a lot of us are, this is a good way to get some of that Halo fix on PC while we, take our time looking forward to Infinite, looking forward to the other MCC PC releases. So if you guys like my channel and you like Halo stuff, I really recommend you check out this title. I'm always a big proponent of just play what's fun. You don't have to always be riding the wave of what the hypest of the hype trend is right now. A lot of times these games, you want to support them if you enjoy that style of gameplay. There's always the question of, will arena FPS titles see a resurgence in popularity? And I feel like that conversation has been going on for a long time, even since like 2007 and 8, when Call of Duty's popularity went through the absolute roof. Well, I think there definitely is a huge chance here. Look at the success of Doom Eternal, bringing back the old school arena FPS right to the forefront. Doom 2016 did it also, but there's a market here that enjoys that aggressive, that high-speed style of gameplay. Now, in terms of will it ride the wave of the top trends again? Who knows, man? Gaming stuff always cycles, and nobody, I think, can predict what's going to be riding the front edge of that wave. There could be a whole new wave of players who've enjoyed the new Doom game who want to look to the multiplayer side of things, and Splitgate could be a really great handoff point for them into the arena FPS space. So with that, go out there, check out Splitgate 2020, and hopefully we'll hear news about the console release soon. You can follow the Splitgate Twitter account, which I'll have linked in the description below, to hear all the latest updates on when that gets announced. I'll probably check out the console release as well here for the channel. So with that, thanks so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter, and have a really great rest of your week. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. We'll see you again next time.